At the end of February last year, I was in my office in Chennai in the south of India, and it was announced that San Francisco had put a state of emergency order, and coronavirus was really something to be seriously thinking about. I flew home on March 4th in a very crowded airport with the mask on, and the only person with the mask on at that moment, with people looking very strangely at me, but me thinking I need to be safe. When I landed in San Francisco, it already felt different. The airport was super quiet. And I thought, wow, this is something. My name's Angie, and I'm the Global Vice President of Customer Success in an AI technology company called Mad Street 10. And we're looking to bring the amazingness of AI and machine learning to all kinds of applications around the world. It's only 6 months since I started this role. And over the previous 6 months, 6 weeks of those were spent in Chennai with my team. So this is something is different. So for the first month, when we're in our shelter in place, I'm connecting with my friends daily on incredibly meaningful calls around what are we doing, what information do we have, and how are we going to get through this? And then I really panic because I think this is just not going to work. I just had these meetings where we made these big plans for how we were going to do amazing things, and there's a pandemic, and it's just, I'm freaked out. So then I think, put the kettle on, make some tea, and I start thinking about the incredible women who raised me. Marion, Kay, and Irma, and my grandmother, Dolly. And I think about the panic that hit my family in 1950. In April 1950, my grandmother found herself a widowed mother because her husband had died a week previously from TB, and her mother died a few days later. She's standing in her Edinburgh tenement with the fire going and the coals burning and the smoke in the air, with 3 daughters, Marion, who's 10, Kay, who's 8, and Irma, who's 4. And she's not afraid because she has her dream. She has her daughters, and she knows she's going to make it through. My gran is my guardian angel. My gran is my mentor. My gran has brought me so many good things. And my mom and her sisters mean everything to me. So I start to think about them. Irma, who was 4, is now 74. And whenever I go to Edinburgh, she's the first place I want to go for that cup of tea. When you walk into Irma's Edinburgh cottage, there's always fresh flowers. The kettle's always on. If she knows you're coming, the gingerbread is being made. And then, as we like to say in Edinburgh, we put the world to rights. We talk about the family. We talk about what's happening. I have incredible stories of how she helped me in October of 2018 when my father was very sick in the nursing home. And I knew I had to be brave for the rest of the family, but I didn't have to be brave for Irma. Irma gave me the gift of caring and the gift of being human and the gift of talking it through. My Aunt Kay was 8, and now she's 78. My Aunt Kay is mischievous. The middle daughter who everybody loved. She was a beauty queen in Edinburgh back in the day. One of my good friends calls her Lady Penelope. She's glamorous, she's gregarious, she's everything I want to be. I've had many trips back and forth from here in California, where I am now, to my home back in both London and in Edinburgh. One of my favorite memories of Kay, who every time I landed would come to meet me in her beat up car full of dog hair and hay, because she lives in the country with horses and dogs. This one time, I'm a long flight, 11 hours from San Francisco to London. I'm tired. Then I walk through with my trolley, through to the arrivals area. And you all know what it's like in those big airports, every nationality, every language, the noise, everything's going on. And all I hear in the distance says, woohoo, Ange, woohoo. And then, instead of being embarrassed, I am incredibly proud. And we throw our arms around each other and we make all our whoop whoop noises. And as I step back, I realize she's in her stable clothes. She hadn't had time to get changed. So there she is with her welly boots in the mud, but she's got her lipstick on. Kay taught me the joy of just being yourself and having fun and laughing and really expressing how you feel. And so, as you can imagine, it's almost even more embarrassing on the other side of the farewell when I leave and she's there saying goodbye to me and we're both openly sobbing. And the rest of the family is completely mortified. Kay gave me the gift of it being okay to express how I feel. And then there's Marion, the matriarch, the eldest daughter. I am her eldest daughter. Marion makes sure that you all stick together. She is the glue of the family. Whatever's happening, everybody wants to get the pulse from Marion. Marion makes sure that we're all working together as a family, no matter what. Marion gave me the gift of knowing the importance of sticking together and getting through. We had an incredible call about 5 weeks ago, when she called me up and she was so excited. Now, my mother just turned 80 and I had planned a trip to Europe for her birthday as a complete surprise. She doesn't know we were going to Northern Italy and we were going just the two of us. She now knows if she listens to this video. But what my mom did when she called me and said, Ange, I've got the best news of the year. And I said, really? It's happened? She said, yes, I got my JAG today. I got my first JAG. I was in and out in 10 minutes. It's the first step. You'll get yours and we'll be together. It's been really hard for 14 months to not see her. But in that moment, I was like, yeah, no problem. It's around the corner. She taught me to be patient. She gave me the gift of let's get through this together. So these incredible women, they have helped me in ways that I didn't even realize. Okay, so it's late April last year. And I've been thinking about these lessons. And I've been thinking about these gifts. And I just want to make sure I can do this. And so I think of Irma's gift of caring. And I immediately set meetings with each member of my team around the world. I'm fortunate enough to have team members in Chennai, in Bangalore, in Tokyo, and New York. So I set up one-on-ones and we get on video. And that Zoom fatigue kicks in very quickly, but I force the video. Stories for another day of what you see in an Indian home on a video. Hearing the person's husband doing puja. Is that why you prayer? Seeing someone else's father walking across. Seeing their help cleaning the house behind them. So I get to experience it in a very different way. But most importantly, I spend time getting to know these people and my virtual one-on-ones with my cup of tea. And I think of Irma and I think, what would Irma do? And Irma would take time to understand what's going on with them. And then I realized I can't be too serious. And so I channel Kay. And when I channel Kay, I realized I need to make this fun as well. And so I open up in a more personal way in these one-on-ones. I open up in my team meetings. I open up with my other colleagues. We talk about how it really feels to be in isolation, how scared we are, how the numbers are going up, and really open up around not only how we're feeling, but how we're going through this experience together. And there's happy days, but there's also sad days. The day that I heard that Adi had COVID. And then when Adi called me, he told me not just did he have COVID, his wife and his 6-year-old son. And then he told me, actually, so did my parents. And so did my wife's parents. And my wife's parents are in hospital. So in that moment, I shed a tear. I told Adi everything was going to be okay, and I was terrified for him. But I was able to be in that moment because of that gift of Irma telling me, be real, be human, because of that gift of Kay letting me be okay to be sad as well as to be happy. The great news is Adi's family completely recovered and everybody's fine. But that really led me to recognize these relationships we built needed to get to some kind of result. So I am incredibly proud of how we stuck together as a team, how we onboarded new people, how we hired people, and just a little bit of context. In India, people did not work from home. So for me, I work from anywhere. But for them, they're used to being in an office side by side, having coffee breaks every hour, having tons of fun together. So to put them into isolation with a curfew was incredibly hard. But the part that I'm most proud of is the results we were able to deliver. They were able to deliver our solution to customers 80% faster than they used to. We were able to grow our number of customers by more than 50% and still be able to deliver faster without adding lots of people to the team. And we were able to really understand more about each other. And that probably is the part I'm most proud of as we built this amazing camaraderie over the last time. So what have I learned? I've learned that there will be another panic. I live in San Francisco. There may be an earthquake. What I know is that I'll get through that panic because I know I have lessons. I know I have my best supporters, Marion, Kay, and Irma, cheering for me. And I also know these gifts that they've given me, I hope will mean something to you. So think of Irma, put on the kettle, have a cup of tea. My gift to you is take the time just to listen to folks that need to hear, need someone to listen to them. Have fun, be like Kay. Have fun. Just take the time to also be sad if you need to. So just be real. And then finally, as Marion would say, oh, for goodness sake, just get on with it. You'll get through it. I feel very fortunate to have these women in my life, my elders. I also feel incredibly fortunate to have all the women that surround me and make it so much easier to get through this time. So I don't know when I'm going to see you all, but what I do know is that we will have so much fun. So my gift to you is this. Take the time to think about the people that have made you who you are. And in this moment, they're going to get us through anything. Thank you.